Phoenix Suns have a problem, and it's not only from one game against the Timberwolves, it's throughout the whole season. The makeup of the squad, the rotations Bud's putting in, the lack of effort from players, just basic things that you would expect from a title contending team for it not to be there, but it's there. And today I'm going to be putting up a little rant because honestly, that game against the Timberwolves, probably the baddest game that we've played as well. The first half, excellent, but second half, what's wrong with you guys? Every single time, the third quarter, you guys let up a lead. Then after fourth quarter, it's only a 2-3 point lead. Why are you giving up? Why are you not fighting for the boards? I get you're not the biggest team. But what are you guys doing? You still have to try. When you're not the biggest team, what you have to do is you have to fight even harder for the balls. You have to fight even harder on defense. Julius Randle, big body every single time. Why are we not calling a double? Bud, do something about it. Randle, he hasn't been good this year. Don't get me wrong, offensively he's been good. Defensively he hasn't been that good. But offensively we made him look like flipping Nikola Jokic. Every single time the Timberwolves come to the Valley, they make us their bitches. 6-0 since the playoff run. What are we doing? Anthony Edwards shit talking every single one of our players. Jaden McDaniels shit talking every single one of our players. Every single time, 6-0 since the playoffs. They play with no heart, they play with no grit, they play with no desire. I'm seeing Jaden McDaniels pointing guns at flipping Devin Booker's head, and he don't care. I'm seeing dumb turnovers from players that are meant to be in the All-Star. I'm seeing players not fighting for defense. I'm seeing players not fighting for boards. I'm seeing us not getting the ball to the best player in our team. Arguably one of the best players in the NBA right now in the fourth quarter. We're leaving him stuck out in the corner. When is it going to change? Yes, we don't have size, but you have to make up for that in the desire that you put in the team, in the grit that you put in the team, with the tactical rotations that you put in the team, bud. You're putting Julius Randle on Royce O'Neal every single time. Royce O'Neal's not a big guy. He could play the defense, but he's not a big guy. Double up on him. If you leave someone open, you leave him open. But Randle got 30 plus points that night. It's the same thing every single time. Fans say no to Butler. And yes, okay, Butler is probably not the only person that could come in and fix this. But what Butler brings, he brings size. You think Butler is letting Randle do that to him? No. You think Butler is letting Booker have these stupid turnovers? No. It's the same thing every single time. Turnovers, offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding. The same problems. The rotations that Bud puts out. Mason Plumlee for 20 minutes, 25 minutes. What's the point of getting Nick Richards? Why do you play Mason Plumlee? You know, I can't believe it, but I'd rather have flipping Yusuf Nurkic on the court over Mason Plumlee. Why are you giving him minutes? He doesn't offer anything. He's not a good playmaker. He can't score on the pick and roll. He's not a good defender. Why are you playing him? There's no need to be playing him that minutes. I get he's your rotation centre, but I was seeing in the fourth quarter, I was seeing in the third quarter the amount of minutes Plumlee was getting. He don't need to be getting that many minutes, and that's not only this game, it's throughout this whole season. Plumlee has been getting so many minutes, and part of that is not on him, it's on Bud. Why are you playing him? Play Oso. Cool, I get Oso is not as big, as strong, and he will have the same problems, but also is learning. Play him. You're giving Plumlee 20-25 minutes, and you're seeing us lose. The rotations, 3-guard lineups, why? Do we need a 3-guard lineup? No. We're playing the Minnesota Timberwolves with 2 bigs, Rudy Gobert and flipping Julius Randle. They have height in Jaden McDaniels. What are we doing? 3-guard lineup, Tyus Jones, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal. Or if not Bradley Beal, Grayson Allen on the court at the same time. It's a joke. It's a joke. And the thing is, we're all in. Ishbia, James Jones. The trade deadline is February the 6th. Get players in, get players out. Yusuf Nurkic, get him out. Bradley Beal, I'm sorry, you're a great player. And, you know, I don't want to disrespect you because you are a fabulous player. And the situation that we're in right now is not your fault. But the contract, waive your no trade clause. If you want to win something, actually, like the way the reports have been coming out, you're not going to win it here. Let's be honest, the squad is not made for you. Waive that no trade clause and go somewhere else. You're owed your money. Don't get me wrong. You're being paid $50 million a year because you earned it. That contract is nothing to do with you. You signed it, so that's why you signed it. The club signed it, so the club have to be paying you that much money. But it's on the Suns. The The fans were happy for Bradley Beal, don't get me wrong, but the fans are not being paid millions to be sitting in the front office and making decisions. But Bradley Beal, even then, if you do end up staying, where's the effort? Where's the desire? In the first half, again, players were playing good in the first half. But when it comes to the second half, nothing. Not making any shots, not making any plays, not fighting on defense. It's the same old problem. No heart, no desire, no grit. It's like they don't care. You know, it's like they do not care. And one thing about this Suns team, when they're up and the other team is not hitting their shots, we never take away their lead. We never make it 15 points. We never make it 20 points. That first half, they were missing open threes. We were up by 9. It could have been 15, 16. I've seen us miss open layups. Take the game to them. Make the gap big enough so when you guys have your shooting slump, at best it's tied. At best you're down 2 points. Not that you're down 15 and you're chasing the game in the last 4 minutes where you automatically all of a sudden care. No. You do it when you're playing well. You get the ball to the players that are hot. You keep the players that are hot, that are on the other team, quiet. Randall, big body, every single time. Nothing changed. Every single time we're putting Royce on him. He was getting dominated every single time. Bud, you don't think, let's put a double on him. You don't call a timeout and try and make something else. Every single time. And it's not only the Timberwolves game, as I've said. I saw the Lakers last night blow out the Washington Wizards, the worst team in the league, because they have the right mentality, they have the right attitude. When I was watching the Suns play the Wizards, it got to a point where it was a 2 or 3 point game. That's the difference between, you know, the Lakers aren't even a great team, but they're better than us. They are much better than us. But that's because they care. That's because they really want to win a chip. That's because AD and Bron, they're putting pressure on the front office saying, you know what, these last 3 years haven't been good enough since we won the chip in the bubble. We're coming to an end in our peak years. Bron is coming to an end overall his entire career, and he goes to the front office and he says, I want a team right now that wants to win. And not only that, he backs it up with his performances. Bron, almost 40 years old. AD, they back it up with their performances. Devin Booker, you want to win now. Cool, fair enough. You've been wanting to win, and I get that Phoenix is your city. But let's see it in the big games, in the third and fourth quarter. You're in Anthony Edwards shit talk you. When is it going to change? When is it going to change? Seriously. You know, we're giving these players crazy contracts for what? People are seeing Phoenix as a place to come and get their last big paycheck. Why do you think Butler wants to come? Yeah, cool, he wants to win a chip with us. No. Ishbia is the only person in the league that will pay that 50 million. And yes, I want Jimmy Butler, don't get me wrong. But people see it as a last payout. If Jimmy Butler doesn't win a ring with us, cool, he's still getting his payout. Yusuf Nurkic said it the other day, and Yusuf Nurkic is not even a good player. But there's 100% some truth to it. There is chaos in this team. We all know it. There's chaos. And Yusuf Nurkic is a prick himself. Let's not forget about Yusuf Nurkic. He needs to go. We need to get rid of him for another centre. But there is chaos in the team, whether it's on the court, whether it's behind the scenes, whether it's in the front office. There's chaos in this team. And things have to change. Things have to change. Because at this moment in time, I said it, if we don't make any trades, we're a playing team. And I don't know if we make it out of the play-ins, if I'm being honest. If the Timberwolves are there, they beat us. If the Mavs are there, they beat us. It's a problem. It's a problem with this team. And, you know, trade deadline is coming up 6th February. Make trades. Get another big. Get another wing. Do we really need Tyus? If you're going to keep Tyus, break that promise. I'm sorry, break the promise. He can't be starting. He's a cone on defense. As well as Bradley Beal. As well as Devin Booker. As well as Grayson Allen. We can't have so many of these players that are cones on defense. Why do you think teams with bigs, with strong players, with athleticism always beat us? Because we're small. And not only because we're small, because they don't have the desire. They don't care enough. They're earning their money. They go home. There's no pressure by the media. All they're saying is blow it up, blow it up, blow it up. There's no pressure by the media. Fans don't really care. Fans go to the stadium. And I'll be honest. As a UK fan, when I'm watching the Celtics, when I'm watching the Warriors, when I'm watching the Mavs, you know, when I'm watching the OKC, their fans are a lot better. And obviously, I don't know really the history about why, like, you know, the Suns' crowd is quiet. Why the Suns' crowd is quiet. But the fans are poor. The fans are poor. When it's a tight game, I don't see the fans getting excited. And yes, the players have a part to play in that as well. But sometimes the fans are that sixth man on the court. The fans have to give something to the players. But as well as that, the players have to give something to the fans. The fans aren't going to cheer for no reason. The fans are not going to cheer, you know, when you're down 15. The fans are not going to cheer when you're down 3. When you're up, when you're in a tight game against the best teams, that's when the fans will cheer. And honestly, it's annoying because we all had high hopes when we traded for Bradley Beal, and it looks like it's not going to work out. But we still have Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. Make it right. Make it work. 2 great players, 2 all-time players that you'll be hearing when they retire. You'll be hearing their names. Make it work, HBR. Make it work, James Jones. And the players that end up staying past the trade deadline, if you don't put in the effort, if you don't put in the grit, honestly, you guys honestly don't deserve the paycheck.